This is the Daily Dystopia News Network. Reality reported before it collapses.
Good evening. Power met power today, behind gates, behind closed doors, and far from the people affected. Here's what happened while you were living your life.
Ceasefire talks held poolside because nothing says peace like negotiations next to a margarita blender. Here in Florida, diplomats lean over briefing papers while beach umbrellas fade into images of Gaza. The surf whispers, the blender hums, and somewhere far away, a city smolders.
Daytona Beach, a beach town better known for spring breakers than statesmanship. Ukrainian and American delegations are huddled inside that glass box behind me trying to draft something, anything they can both call progress. The meetings moved to Florida this week for the first time. Apparently everyone agreed war feels a little smaller when there's a surfboard shop across the street.
The United States has put ink to paper on a 15-year security guarantee for Ukraine, long enough to span about 3 presidential elections, and in Washington, one inconvenient tweet. The pledge promises weapons, training, and economic support. But as the fine print makes clear,
tonight, federal officials tell us there are no specific threats to New Year's Eve celebrations, but they're not taking chances. The Department of Homeland Security ordered heightened security nationwide after agents in California foiled a suspected bomb plot earlier this week. Here in the city, checkpoints like this one have been added around
6. New laws target AI, immigration, and kids' phones, finally addressing the real crisis. Unsupervised thumbs. States rolling out in 2026 are capping how chatbots handle personal data, rewriting border rules, and telling minors when to put the screen down.
Leggings stretching past their limits makes sense on the runway. In a boardroom, that's new. Yet here, through the middle of a hostile takeover meeting, Lululemon's founder has rolled out a literal catwalk. One by one, athleisure models thread the needle between bankers and big fun reps, showing off the very fabric at stake. Each step...
The SoftBank just wrote another enormous check, this time to DigitalBridge, buying a fresh fleet of data centers built specifically for artificial intelligence. The deal adds thousands of shimmering servers like these to SoftBank's empire and the energy bill that goes with them. The company says it's building the backbone for the next decade of machine learning.
Economists here at the Fed are spinning quite literally on what to do next. Inflation keeps edging higher, job growth is cooling, and certainty? Nowhere on the chart. So they're left consulting the only indicator everyone agrees on, vibes. Penny Ledger and...
This dawn breaks over fields like this one, still sparkling with frost. A cold reminder of how tough this season has been for farmers. Today, the White House says help is on the way, a $12 billion package of what it calls bridge payments. President Trump says the funds are meant to buy time for producers hammered by falling out.
Farmers are sifting through spreadsheets that look more like bad crop reports, numbers choked by tariffs. When the trade war with China slashed demand for U.S. soybeans, pork, and wheat, losses topped $40 billion. Now the White House says it's ready to help, $12 billion in emergency aid. But as one hog producer told me, that's a Band-Aid on...
Good evening from Times Square. The Department of Homeland Security tells me there are no specific threats tonight. Still, agents are on heightened alert for, quote, vibes, feelings, and fireworks with opinions. You can see why. Behind me, thousands have packed in behind the barricades. Officers and their canine partners scanning every bag, every...
Decisions were made today. In offices, in storms, and in moments that can't be undone. Be careful out there. We'll see you tomorrow.